He's got a show coming up this Sunday night at the Pabst Theater in Milwaukee. It's part of his Errors tour. But first, he's spending a little time with us this morning. Good morning, Sam Morril. Good morning, Sam.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, so glad you're here. So the algorithm, right? The Instagram, TikTok, whatever, YouTube, has been just feeding me Sam Morril content for like 2
Oh
years.
yeah.
It just knows that you're what I like, and it's exactly right. Perfect.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah. Well, it's different though, right? Because when you and I, probably about the same age, were younger, it was like word of mouth, and you had to listen to the albums and stuff. Now I'm getting you just all over the place, and that's how you find new comedians.
That sounded filthy. Instagram shooting a hot load of me all over your face, man. Um, yeah, it's weird how that's how I consume comedy now too, is through just like these little tidbits. But yeah, I grew up listening to like Chris Rock, Dave Attell's albums. That's how I got into comedy.
Yeah. Is it what you imagined then? If you're probably not writing for 8 seconds, but it's what you're
Yeah.
posting.
Well, that's the weird thing, right? Like I write an hour and sometimes I'll have a callback or something. So sometimes you'll see a clip, and if you haven't seen my special, there's probably a part of you that's like, wait, I don't get that because
Yeah.
I wrote that for an hour, not for 10 seconds. And I'm not gonna change the way I write. So
Yeah.
I think there was a time when that you just wrote for an hour, and some people are probably now writing for Instagram, but I can't do that.
Yeah, I hear you. What about the other stuff that you do? Because I think at first I started getting a lot of NBA content from you, and then then I get the podcast, and then I get your stand-up, and it's coming, as you eloquently put it earlier, in all directions.
In all directions, yeah. Yeah, I guess it's whatever you want. I try not to do just sports because I want women to like my stuff too. But yeah, I'm definitely a huge basketball fan. We might face you guys. I'm a Knicks fan. We might face you guys in the first round in Milwaukee. That would be pretty crazy.
Well, what do you think about that, Knicks and Bucks? Bucks have been a down year, I guess, and Knicks are up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that Kuzma trade was for you guys. I mean, like he's kind of a master of none right now. It doesn't look like a good move. And then you still got to fear Giannis and Dame in the playoffs, obviously. But I just think you guys are getting kind of old. But uh, yeah, I'm not really scared of either of you guys. I'm scared of Boston and Cleveland, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean those are two good teams. What's the deal with the Bucks though? How much do you know about them? Giannis is one of the best players in the NBA. So was Dame, but why isn't it working?
I just think the teams get older, man. That you
Yeah.
guys won a championship. Yeah, I did his benefit once, like years ago. He was so cool. I met him and he was like, I basically tried to get him to come to New York, and he like completely he knew what he was doing. He messed with a Knicks fan. He was like, "You never know where I come next free agency," and I was like, "What?" And now, of course, that's like my story for the next few years. And every person I meet's like, "You're an idiot. He's not coming to the Knicks." But he was like, "I love the Greek food in New York," and I was like, "We do have good Greek food, dude." So, uh, yeah, man, I did the benefit and I did really well. So I did have the balls to like try to get him, as if one good set is all it takes for him to leave his family behind in Milwaukee. I'm such an idiot. But yeah, he did seem to like New York a lot. That's why I thought it was a kind of a match made in heaven. But you give he could have pulled a Kareem, that you win a championship with the Bucks, then you go to the big market, New
Hmm.
York. Kareem went to the Lakers, but Kareem, he was a New York guy in his heart.
I mean, Giannis loves Milwaukee.
He does. He's a loyal guy. I think these European guys are a little more loyal because they
Yeah.
come from like really nothing.
Hmm.
So, when you're like growing up and you're like playing basketball and like milk crates for sneakers, you're gonna be more loyal to the to the first team that gives you a super max, I would think.
Yeah. I mean, you're not even exaggerating with that. You said you like Milwaukee too.
It's a beautiful city. Like people sleep on Milwaukee, man. Like you got that. You're on the water. It's low key, just like a really nice city. It surprises you. I mean, don't get me wrong. You guys are like gentrified as hell still, but it's a beautiful city.
I mean, where in New York are you from?
I mean, segregated rather. I didn't mean.
Oh, okay.
Gentrified. I meant segregated. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, that is
Yeah,
still an
New York
ongoing.
is gentrified as hell. All of New York
Yeah,
is gentrified for sure. No, no, but I mean, like you guys are still a little racially segregated in
yeah,
Milwaukee, but it's like, but it is a gorgeous city. I love it.
yeah. As a fan of yours, I have, of course, seen a lot of your content on other morning television shows, and I was up all night. I'm like, man, I love Sam, but I hope he doesn't get me here. You've been pretty good.
I've been pretty well behaved, I think.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Can we expect that at Pabst Theater on Sunday night, too?
No,
Good,
no.
good.
Perhaps I will not be on my best behavior, but Milwaukee crowds are wild. I've had some wild sets in Milwaukee. I remember I did a casino there like way back in the day. And for some reason I was with my friend Joe List, who's a really great comic, and we were co-headlining and he was already mad at me because for some reason my face was like this big and his was like this big, and we were supposed to be headliners on the poster,
Yeah.
and he was like, I hate you already. And then for some reason the casino, the rock room was under construction, so they then moved the band Cheap Trick to the comedy club. So they weren't happy, and then they kicked us down to the like bar during the playoffs. So the Brewers were playing the Cardinals in the playoffs. So we're like, hey, can we just like get the game off so we can do the show? And the owners are like, it's the playoffs. And we're like, well, then can we just cancel the show? And they're like, not if you want to get paid. So we had to perform while people were watching the playoffs. And the whole time they're like, shut up. But we had to do that. And then we went and watched Cheap Trick, who is in a comedy club. They're in like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They've got to, no one's happy this night.
I mean, I like Cheap Trick, I like Sam Morril, and I like the Brewers, so I think I would have had fun.
Well, the Brewers lost, Sam Morril bombed, and Cheap Trick was at their lowest point of their career.
Okay.
So it was not a
Yeah.
good
All right, well,
night.
then count me out then. Sam, you still have
Yeah.
tickets available on Sunday?
I think there's some tickets available. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. I've had a great time every time in Milwaukee, except for that time. But uh, yeah, always a good time for the most part.
Very good. Sam, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.